Number 3, how to build connection, empathy, and trust. Jadi sekarang kita akan ngomongin how to build connection, empathy, and trust. So building connection is about understanding emotion and communication. Membangun koneksi is all about understanding emosi dan komunikasi. So level 3 is emotion. Emotion is a reaction to a certain event. Jadi emosi adalah sebuah reaksi to a certain event. Contoh, kalau aku nonton film horor tiba-tiba ada jumpscare, wah, itu gue kaget, gue takut. Tapi gue lihat ada video di mana orang melakukan donasi, membersihkan pantai dan segala macam, I feel empathy. So if you understand this emosi, you are one step ahead of other creator. Karena banyak kreator mereka cuma bikin isi muka mereka, hahaha, and that's it. So this emosi is really correlated towards isi pikiran mereka, their feelings, their behavior response, and the degree to pleasure and displeasure. So the easiest way to influence people is by getting them to react first. Jadi kalau kamu dalam 6 detik kamu bisa bikin mereka you're good. So there's 2 type of emotion yang aku biasa pakai di konten aku, yaitu first one is the singular emotion. Jadi ketika aku mau bikin video, I'll pick an emotion dari this color wheel yang ada di slide ini and then make it towards it. Jadi ada fear, respect, anger, sadness, joy, love, happiness, faith, empathy. There's a lot of emotion. The second one is called, yang aku biasa namain itu adalah cross emotion, where dimana kamu combine atau gabungkan 2 emosi jadi satu. Di slide ini kamu bisa lihat ketika ada joy dan trust, it became love. When there's fear and trust, it became submission. Banyak video, a lot of movie use that. When you expect surprise, ketika kamu mau expect surprise tapi ada sadness, itu kecewa. So you can play a lot when you understand emotion. Jadi the next slide aku kasih lihat kalian 2 contoh yang aku pakai. Yang pertama itu aku pakai tentang anger.
Asik banget tuh sama cewek barunya, sampai lupa punya anak sendiri.
So tadi aku bosan nunjukin kalian 2 type of emotion. Yang pertama tuh I focus on anger atau disappointment. Jadi lebih kayak bombardir lah basically bahasa jensinya. Second one I play with sadness and funny, something funny basically. Jadi kayak kamu mau tapi kayak anjir. Once kamu udah mengerti cara memakai this emosi to your content, you are way step ahead. Second one is communication. Jadi komunikasi itu cuma ada 2 doang, yang bagus sama yang buruk. So apa yang membuat a good communication? There's 3 things. Direct and simple, exciting and engaging, and last one, make people antisipasi. So when I say something, atau ketika aku membuat konten, I just get straight to the point. Aku memakai bahasa yang simple, jelas, dan boom, simple. So second one, it's exciting and engaging. So exciting. So when I make content, ketika aku membuat konten, especially di mana aku harus berbicara, I will talk as if I'm having a conversation with you. Jadi aku akan melihat kamera, aku akan gunakan the pause method and the A, B, C, D, F, G. Tapi the easiest way for me to make content as if I'm having a conversation is by chanting. Oke, jadi dulu aku waktu masih baru mulai, I don't know how to talk. I seriously have no idea how to talk. Gimana cara aku bisa overcome that is by 1, I pick a song. 2, I learn the rhythm. And 3, aku cuman copy paste that rhythm into the way I'm talking. Contoh, susah. Good days in my mind, na 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 na. Gotta get right, da 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 da. I don't miss no X, I don't miss no text, I choose not to respond. So I learned that intonation, atau I learned that rhythm. Like I don't miss no text, I don't miss no X, I choose not to respond. Da 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 da. Jadi aku pakai itu rhythm, and I put it in my content. So what you guys should do, atau apa yang kalian harus lakukan adalah just pick a song yang ada emosinya. Kok kamu bikin video sedih, ya kamu pilih lagu sedih. Kok kamu bikin lagu yang inspirational, edukatif, ya you pick song yang that is upbringing. And last one, make people anticipate and want to know more. The best type of content atau konten yang paling bagus adalah ketika kamu bisa membuat audience kamu tuh menunggu, antisipasi, next apa nih, dadadadadada. So how you can do that is basically nanti aku bakal jelasin gimana cara kamu bisa deliver konten kamu. Tapi when it comes to communication, is by pausing. Instead of saying, kamu tinggal cuman ngomong, pause. Ngomong, pause. And add the rhythm. It makes your content more engaging and fun to watch. So, second one, the bad communication. Apa sih yang membuat komunikasi yang buruk? Again, ada 3, which is pertama adalah boring and unstructured. Second is rude and not valid. Dan terakhir adalah no value. I'm pretty sure kalian di luar sana pasti pernah nonton video cuman kayak mbak-mbak, cuman kayak you know, video mbak-mbak atau orang lari-lari, it has no value. Kamu nonton itu nggak usah 2 detik, 1 detik, langsung skip. It has no value. So back to the first one actually, is boring and unstructured. I'm pretty sure banyak orang yang pengen ngomong apa-apa, tapi they don't know the beginning, middle, and end. Tiba-tiba ini, habis itu, tiba-tiba ini, habis itu. No point what. Gue nonton aja udah kayak, Third one is rude and not valid. Kamu mau kasar, you wanna curse, mau nyambat, mau nyolok, silakan. Tapi kalau nggak valid, nggak ada kredibilitas, nggak ada apa-apanya, skip. And lastly, yang no value. No value as in gue nonton ini, gue nggak dapet informasi, gue nggak dapet insight, I don't get anything. Why should I watch something yang membuang waktu-waktuku? Even though gue kesana tuh berbuang waktu. So no value. Konten yang no value itu it has no insight, gak ada knowledge, I didn't gain anything, aku nggak tahu apa-apa tentang ini, and lastly, it doesn't make me happy. Kalau konten nggak guna tapi lucu, I would still watch it. Kalau konten nggak guna tapi gue bisa kirim ke teman, I still watch it. So the point of this is actually, you need to give value to your audience. So next one, the empathy canvas. For some reason, aku nggak tahu kenapa banyak orang yang belum tahu ini. So, kenapa empathy is so important for content creator? It's because pertama, you became aware of your audience. Gue di sini nggak minta kamu buat research your audience, mereka suka apa, pergi kemana, bla bla bla. Enggak, you just need to feel your audience, your target audience. Why empathy is one of the crucial acts to make the audience love and resonate with you. It makes you look more human. So kalau kamu bisa build empathy, it's really good for your personal brand. So back again ke slide before that, the goal for you to make content atau goal kamu buat content adalah you make content what they want, apa yang mereka inginkan, apa yang mereka pengen dengar, dan apa yang mereka pengen lihat. Jadi slide ini adalah a few canvas, jadi kamu bisa search and put what they wanna hear, how they feel, apa yang mereka dengar, what do they need to do. Once you master this, you're good. Jadi di next slide itu ada satu namanya Mama Bebe atau Eva Tasya. I just met her aku barusan ketemu dia kemarin and she's really nice. Dia bisa dapat 1 juta followers dalam 1 minggu. You know why? Number 1, based on the slide. Dia pick a niche of anak-anak broken home and build a community around it. Your safe place. Second, she listen to her audience. Jadi anak broken home dari KDRT, pelecehan, bullying, here and there, dan mereka nggak deket sama orang tua mereka. The audience tell her and she listens. Dan terakhir adalah positioning. So, dia position herself as Mama Bebe. Dan her audience adalah anak bebek. And just like that, dia post tiap hari, 1 hari 5 atau 10 I think. In 1 week, she reach 1M. Dia bisa nambah 1 juta followers. Of course, pasti ada orang yang celah dia. Allah, kamu punya mama sendiri malah lari ke Mama Bebe. But that's not the point. The point is, she give value and she create a community for herself. Again, factors in building trust in content creation. Basically, di sini adalah slice atau rumus yang gue pakai. It's not the legit one, but I hope it helps. Yang pertama adalah social proof, tadi kita ngomongin. Kedua adalah authority, di mana kamu punya posisi untuk melakukan sesuatu. Third one is liking atau likability. And then dibagi dengan personality, ditambah authenticity, alias your personality, how jujur you are with your audience, and finally kamu dikali dengan audience perception. Jadi kalau dari awal kamu udah minus audience perception-nya, you need to do something in this side to make it go up. Vice versa, I think basically aku hitungnya nggak terlalu banyak. Kok minus yang minus, kok yang plus yang plus. Jadi gimana cara jadi plus ya itu adalah minus kali minus. I don't know if you're gonna put this editor, tapi ya I hope it helps.